Good evening. I'd like to call this village board meeting of Thursday, May 21st, 2026 to order. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Trustee Schmidt?
Here.
Trustee Siddiqui? Trustee Light?
Here.
Trustee Meritato?
Here.
Trustee Matrasco?
Here.
Trustee Viacon?
Here.
Madam Mayor Gianelli?
Here. Tonight, the Army recruiters and VFW Post 2377 will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Will you please join me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to thank our friends. Oh yeah, no, please stay. Please stay. Please stay. I would like to extend the generous spirit of you joining us tonight means a lot. And I'd like to introduce to the community Captain McKendry, Sergeant First Class Von Patterson, Staff Sergeant Brittany Johnson, Staff Sergeant Devin Harrison, and VFW Post 2377 Commander John Tuckus. And I want to thank you for being here and leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening. Your presence here is meaningful in many layers as members of our community and people and organizations that we can count on every time we've ever reached out. Both of your organizations have always been there for us, and we want to also just thank you for your service ahead of Memorial Day from myself and the board and the community. Again, it's just an honor and a pleasure to have you here with us, and I'm so excited about all the things we have coming forward, ways that we're going to be inviting both organizations to participate more closely with us at special events and really allow our Glendale Heights community, our families, to work hand in hand with your organization. So thank you so much. We thank you for your service. And I'd like to, if we could, invite you up, and could we have a photo with everyone?
Mayor, you want them to talk a little bit about the recruiting side of things?
Absolutely.
With a quick photo real quick.
Hi, John. Good seeing you.
Come on, Pat.
Perfect. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Get one more. 1, 2, 3.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And yeah, we're excited to hear more about the recruiting office and the efforts.
Absolutely. So thank you for.
Do you want to head up to the podium? Thanks.
All right, so good evening, everyone. So my name is Staff Sergeant Johnson, and the reason why we're here is kind of like to introduce ourselves and kind of like let you guys know what we do in the community. So we are your local Army recruiters, and our office is located off of Army Trail Road. And so basically what we do in the community is basically talk to people about opportunities with the Army, whether it be part-time or full-time Army. So basically what that means is we have two different pathways. So we have a pathway for full-time, and then we have a pathway for part-time. So part-time, in a nutshell, is probably like people that wants to do, or that is looking for like different opportunities to go to school, or you're wanting to do different things, and you want to stay local basically. So that's what Army Reserve is in a nutshell. And so we do have another pathway, which is Army Active Duty. And so that's like full-time, that's your 9-to-5 everyday job, basically. And so how we help people if you're wanting to go to college, we pay for college tuition assistance is one of the programs that we have. We also have the Montgomery GI Bill. Also, if you're just looking for like stability, anybody that's looking for like a job or learning different skills in a different career field, we also help with that as well. So did you want to say something as well?
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Staff Sergeant Harrison. I've been in about 15 years now. I have dual careers. I'm actually a part of a union called SMART back in South Carolina with the Federal Railroad Association. I have 10 years with them. I have 15 years with the Army. By the time I retire, I'll be 47. So thank God for that. Well, one of the things that I wanted to speak on is that not only do we provide different types of career pathways, we give opportunities for people to have a chance that didn't have a chance before, right? There are some things that we do in more challenging circumstances that allow others to like get access into college. I understand that in high school you have the ACT and the SAT scores. They don't make well on those scores, then it's kind of challenging for them to be able to get into school. That's where we come in at, right? Our scores, our testing is, I won't say lenient, it's more of a, okay, based on, it's kind of like a placement test based on our individual knowledge, right? And then we work our best to get them qualified and be able to get them a trade, right? And that's what the Army Reserve does. We establish trades, we establish a pathway for college full-time, and we even establish pathways for those that might even want to play some sort of sport. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the U.S. Military Academy out in West Point. That's a Division I college. I'm actually working with a guy now in Glenbard West. He's his junior year, and he's planning to come into, he's inquiring for information, let me say that. He's inquiring for information now, trying to play professional football on the college level, on the collegiate level. And West Point happens to be a Division I. So whereas in he might have not had that chance going locally, he may have a chance to get into the NFL coming through us. So that's one of the things we like to do. We like to be able to expand those types of opportunities and things like that. We will be, me and Staff Sergeant Johnson, possibly my boss, Sergeant Vaughn Patterson, will be, and my captain will be at the Memorial Day event on Monday. I will be singing the national anthem. It will be my first time, but I'm honored to do it. I've been singing for a while, so I just look forward to seeing all you guys there if you can make it.
Wonderful. Thank you. And I would also, yes, certainly, thank you. And I would also like to just, of course, I want to give you a chance to speak, but I just do want to share that I had the chance, Doug and I had the chance to meet with both of you, and it was really a very special conversation because we, in Glendale Heights, have been working very hard to make sure that access to resources for our students is equitable and that bias is removed. So whether they're split up amongst various high schools, getting access to other resources in a more equitable way through possible career paths through the military is something that we want to make sure that we can help facilitate in any capacity. Mostly because it's been our experience that Glendale Heights kids may not get access to a lot of resources. So all resources are important ones. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to meet with me and your willingness to contribute and come to some of our special events like our Memorial Day event. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please.
Hello. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Captain Matthew McKendry. I'm the commander for the Downers Grove Recruiting Company. On behalf of the Chicago Recruiting Battalion, I'd like to extend our thanks for allowing us to come here and be a part of your event. Engaging with the community is one of our biggest ways for us to achieve what we need to achieve and have our mission, right? The Army's mission is to have an army full of people of its country. Right, and the way that happens is, people from this community having a direct correlation to their nation in the federal level. The biggest aspect that we see from the Glendale Heights community is one of the 4 stations that I'm in charge of, and over the 36 stations the Army's in charge of for the Chicagoland area. We specifically look for quality candidates that come from your seniors. We call them grad alphas, so your seniors from high schools. And then also those that have just graduated. So our ages are like 18 to 25. We do enlist up to 42. And the biggest population that we have realistically seen from the Glendale community is we do have a lot of people that come to contract within the United States Army Reserve. I know both of my recruiters have talked extensively on that so far. So I won't really necessarily get into that. But the support that we would need from your community, is access to these schools, access to the population. And it's not necessarily to sell them on the Army, right? It's just to have a conversation and ask what their goals are and how it is that the United States Army or the United States Army Reserve can help facilitate those goals and get them to where they want to be in life. I am a person from the city of Chicago. I grew up here. So it's very fortunate to come back here and work in this community and see the students and other people and folks that are walking into the station and looking to better themselves and better their lives, whether that be for financial reasons, service to their country, XYZ, whatever that may be. So that is what we ask, and I appreciate you having us come here and being able to look forward to you. Sergeant Van Patterson is the actual station commander in charge of Glendale Heights. I am responsible for the station itself, but he is your man to go to if there's anything in the community that you specifically need. If there's anything that you need from us, please feel free to reach out. We'll make sure that our contact information is passed along to you. And it's just all about the conversation that we have with those that are looking to better themselves. So thank you.
Wonderful, thank you so much. Okay, we now move on to petitions and communications. Board report, start with trustee Beacom.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us here today and those watching at home. My board report, I'll make it very simple. I was able to attend 3 events. The first is tree planting with trustee Matrasco. The next was the Touch a Truck, which was excellent event. And then the last is the Civic at the Heights graduation ceremony. And that was great. I'd highly recommend for the community to join that for next year. I did deal with a couple of residential complaints, and that's pretty much all I have for today. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee. Trustee Matrasco.
So he didn't tell you what we named our tree. Our tree is called the Deep Rooted Board. So if you do know which tree it is, take a picture by it and send it in. We'd love to see it. Let's see if you can figure out which tree it is.
Which tree it is, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
I think there's a lot of pictures up
Is
there.
it crooked?
No. The reason why is because we had lots of help.
Yes.
Lots.
Learn a lot.
Yes, we did.
Learn how to plant a tree.
Exactly. Yes. Cop on a roof. Amazing. I won't steal any thunder for that, but it's always wonderful. And just to see everyone coming out and coming up, shaking your hand, talking, you get to talk to so many different people from all over, and it's great to see all that support. Touch a Truck. I have to give a big shout out to Nezra for what they did. That was an amazing event, and it's great every time. Hope everyone can make the next one when we do have it, but it definitely is a lot of fun. Civic Heights, great. But I do want to give one more plug. Saturday. Hey, anybody have anything to do on Saturday morning? I've got something you could do. If you can't ride a bike, come out and support those that are riding a bike. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. And if I don't see you, I might call you or start going to your home.
We
Yeah.
might stop by.
Yeah, you know what, we'll ride to your home.
We're at your house.
We'll pick you up.
Yes,
I like
exactly. So that's what I have.
Thank you, trustee. Trustee Meritato.
I have no report.
Thank you, sir. Clerk Darlin.
I'll make mine really quick. I had trivia today over at the senior center. Really a phenomenal program for anybody who is of senior age, which I believe is 62?
61.
61? Okay, that's what I am, 61. So anyone
Then
who
it's
is
60. Because you've been there yet.
Oh yeah, okay. Anybody who's 60, we need help with trivia. We lose every single month.
Oh, no.
However, it is a phenomenal program for anybody who has nothing to do on the third Wednesday of every month. I attended the Civic Academy. It was a wonderful program, absolutely outstanding, and I'm telling you, it is almost like 90% as good as the police academy. You really should try that. It is a great program. And then I helped a few residents with a few problems they were having, and that's it.
Thank you. Trustee Schmidt.
No report?
Thank you, sir. Trustee Light.
I'll make it real quick. Handled a couple of resident issues, some of them with the cable fiber network going in. Some ComDev issues with a couple of half-started projects. And no report on dandelions this week, so we're good.
I'll take it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, trustee.
Oh, you want to start again, huh, Mike?
Well, good evening, community. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching at home. I just want to share ahead of the Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day to the community. Thank you to those who serve and who have served. I also want to invite you to what Trustee Matrasco invited you to, which is Saturday at 10 a.m., our first Move with the Mayor bike ride, community bike ride. And I'm really excited about this. I want to thank the people who've helped organize it. Thank you to the police team who will be there and who have helped organize it. And ultimately, thank you to David and your bride, your wife, for letting me borrow your bike. It's a wonderful bike. I practiced today, and it's like riding a bike. I rode the bike. So please come on out, Move with the Mayor, Saturday morning, 10 a.m. See you at Safety Town.
Do you have something else, Mayor, to tell us?
Oh,
Anything happened last Saturday?
oh, thank you,
Ma'am?
thank you, Clark. Yes, last Saturday, I graduated from NIU with my bachelor's degree after, going back to school to finish up, so thank you for that. I did complete my.
And your award?
I was awarded for not highest, but high GPA. I did get a scholarship and high GPA award, so that was pretty rewarding. I can tell you I'm a way better student than I was 30 years ago. And it's been a really, really cool journey for me to just get that academic mindset reset and locked in. And now I'm a little addicted. I want to keep going. It was actually a really cool experience. I can't say enough about the NIU's programs that they have and how they helped me as an adult learner get through that program. And it was hard for me to look at my own kids and say, go to college, or let's find your path, or let's, it's important that you keep growing and learning, and then mom not have finished. So I think it was really special to have my kids watch me walk that stage. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our community announcements. Sorry, Village Administrator Doug Flint.
Thank you, Mayor. Coffee and chat with the village board, the village president and board will be Saturday, June 6th at Linda Jackson Center for Senior Citizens from 10 a.m. to noon. If you're unable to attend and have any comments, suggestions, or questions for the village president or village board, please call the village president's office anytime, 630-909-5302, or contact your local district trustee.
Thank you. Assistant Village Administrator Jenny Maltus.
I would like to invite everybody for the third time to move with the mayor on Saturday for the community bike ride on Saturday 23rd, starting at 10 a.m. Join Mayor Rebecca Gianelli and other community members for a 1.5-mile bike ride starting at Safety Town. All riders must wear a helmet, and participants ages 13 and under must be accompanied by an adult. This program is free and part of the National Move with the Mayor campaign, as we encourage the Glendale Heights community to get outside, stay healthy, and practice safe bike riding. For more information, please visit our website at ghrec.org or call Nicole at 630-909-5303.
And now that we've said it 3 times, everyone remembers.
No excuses. Thank you. Deputy Director of Community Development, Tom Bialis.
Thank you, Mayor. With the spring season and warm temperatures, the Community Development Department would like to remind residents about proper lawn maintenance. Village code requires grass to be kept at a height of no more than 8 inches. Please be sure to regularly mow your lawn and keep weeds under control to maintain your property. For questions, contact the Community Development Department at 630-260-6030. Thank you.
Thank you. Police Chief George Pappas.
Thank you, Mayor. The Golden Heights Police Department is now hiring new police officers. Applications are due by Thursday, May 28th, and there is a mandatory orientation and written test on Saturday, May 30th. Join a team of hardworking individuals who have dedicated their careers to protecting and serving the residents of Glendale Heights while staying true to the community-oriented policing. For applications or more information, please visit www.joinghpd.org or contact the Glendale Heights Police Department non-emergency number at 630-260-6070.
Thank you. Director of Parks and Recreation, Barb Caselica.
Thank you, Mayor. On Monday, May 25th, Memorial Day, at 11 a.m. at Veterans Memorial Park, we will honor the memory of the brave men and women who died while serving our country. The Glendale Heights VFW Post 2377 will conduct a fallen warrior ceremony followed by a wreath-laying ceremony. This includes a flag and a color guard presentation, rifle salutes, and a patriotic acknowledgement. For more information, please call Jessica at 630-260-6060. Please note, in observance of Memorial Day, village offices will be closed on Monday, May 25th.
Thank you. Deputy Director of Public Works, Scott Nielsen.
During the remainder of May, parking restrictions will be in effect from 8 o'clock a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. due to street sweeping. Color-coded no parking signs are posted in 4 different zones throughout the village. Street parking is not allowed on Monday for the red zone, Tuesday for the blue zone, Wednesday for the green zone, and Friday for the brown zone. To find out your zone, visit the village's website. For any questions on the street sweeping program, please contact Public Works at 630-260-6040.
Thank you. Human Resources and Risk, Manager of Human Resources and Risk Administrator, Peter Cahill.
Get outside, visit our local parks, and hug a tree. The Glendale Heights Hug a Tree program encourages visitors to show their support for our local parks and trees while learning about the Glendale Heights community. To participate, find the huggable trees labeled in our parks, scan the QR code, and complete the short survey and win the monthly prizes. Every entry receives a coupon for $3 off admission to the GH2O Aquatic Center. For more information, please contact Louisa at 630-909-5339.
Thank you. Finance Director Andrea Cravens.
Thank you, Mayor. If you already have a 2025-2026 sticker or a Senior Citizens Forever sticker, you do not need to purchase a new one. Simply keep your current sticker displayed on your vehicle at all times. If you are a new resident, have purchased a new vehicle, or if your current sticker becomes damaged, you will need to obtain a replacement sticker. Stickers are available for just $1 at Village Hall, located at 300 Civic Center Plaza. Having a valid vehicle sticker ensures eligibility for overnight street parking within the Village of Glendale for Glendale Heights residents. If you have any questions, please call 630-260-6070 or 630-260-6000.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 3 on the agenda, the presentation of life-saving awards to Officer Kenneth Lansdell and Officer Shea Afrazi. Chief Pappas.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Village Board, for the opportunity to recognize the exemplary action of 2 of our officers. On Tuesday, April 11th, officers were dispatched to the Smoothie King on Army Trail Road for a female who had collapsed and went into full arrest. Officer Kenneth Lansdell was the first officer on scene and located Christine Galassi lying on the floor. Officer Lansdell found Christine to be unresponsive and without any vital signs. Officer Lansdell immediately began resuscitation efforts by administering chest compressions. In addition, Officer Lansdell attached an AED and administered a shock when indicated. He then continued chest compressions. Officer Shea Farzi arrived on scene and took over chest compressions. A second shock was required and administered through the AED. The Bloomingdale paramedics arrived on scene and took over medical care and transported Christine to the University of Chicago Glen Oaks Hospital. Christine was transferred to the intensive care unit where she gained consciousness the next day and communicated with hospital staff. The hospital staff credited Christina's recovery due to the quick and responsive actions by Officer Lansdell and Officer Farzi. The swift and decisive actions by Officer Lansdell and Officer Farzi helped preserve the life of another. Not only did Officer Lansdell and Officer Farzi remain calm, they showed great teamwork when rendering medical care to Christina. I'd like to recognize Officer Kenneth Lansdell and Officer Shea Farzi for their professionalism, their dedication, and determination to save the life of another. At this time, I'd like to give both of them a life-saving award plaque and a life-saving pin. But before I do it, Christine is here, so I'd like to have her present the pins to them. Say anything?
Oh, let's see if I can say something without crying. I've thought about this for a couple weeks, and I don't know how you say thank you to someone who saved your life, but I'm going to try. I have had such an outpouring of love and just people I haven't heard from and just saying the nicest words, and it's all because of you. I do have gifts for you here that I want to give you. It's a start to say thank you. It's an honor to be here tonight. I was so happy when the chief invited me. I was gonna come look for you anyway. I don't know if I would have gotten both of you together, but I wanted to come and say thank you. I don't remember that day. I don't think I'm supposed to right now, but I am forever grateful for both of you. Thank you so much.
Can we do a group photo?
Yeah, please, please. And I think I'd like to just say on behalf of the board, there's, to use your words, Christine, first, thank God that you're well and you're here. Thank God that they were working that day. So grateful for the work that you do every day, because at any given moment, any of these moments when it might happen, and to know that we all can sleep a little easier every night because of the presence of our law enforcement and the skill and the care and the dedication, the commitment. Saying thank you feels like the smallest of words, but on behalf of the board, please know that we have deep gratitude for you, and we're just very appreciative of the work you do every day. Thank you for your service.
Why don't we have a photo?
Yes.
It's been 0 days since last time I cried.
Jeremy, right in front, so you can walk anyone shorter.
Most important, can you see Pat?
Right here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And one more.
Believe me, we're all thankful.
Thank you so much.
He wants to include his family, so.
Oh, wonderful, of course.
So this is why I was late that day.
Right here. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Okay, moving on to public discussion of agenda items. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board on an agenda item only? Moving on to consent agenda. Regarding item number 3, approval of the May 8, 2026 payroll and accounts payable listing of May 21st, 2026, and the total amount not to exceed 3 million. Sorry. I know I was gonna ask for the motion after that.
Oh, okay.
Right? But you're right to be nervous, because I often get it wrong. Okay, what do I read that? That number because it needs to be amended, that. Okay, got it. Perfect. Thank you for your patience. Regarding item number 3, can I entertain is there a motion to move consent item number 3 to new business number 9? Trustee Schmidt.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Matrasco. Any discussion, board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Got it. The motion to move consent item number 3 to new business number 9 is approved.
And then agree with the new.
Okay, got it. And it'll have the correct value. Got it. Okay. Would Village Administrator Doug Flynn please read the consent agenda?
Thank you, Mayor. 1, approval of regular board meeting minutes of May 7th, 2026. 2, approval of committee whole meeting minutes of May 7th, 2026. 3, move the new business 9. 4, resolution authorizing execution of agreement for professional engineering services with Trotter Associates Incorporated for the Capacity Management Operations and Maintenance CMOM Update Assistance. 5, resolution to approve and authorize execution of agreement between the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois and Christopher B. Burke Engineering for professional construction engineering services for the Mill Pond Drive SDP project. 6, resolution to approve and authorize execution of agreement between the Village of Glendale Heights and Christopher B. Burke Engineering for the furnishing of professional Phase 1 engineering services for the President Street Surface Transportation Program Street Resurfacing Project, Armitage Avenue to North Avenue. 7, resolution to approve and authorize the execution of the First Amendment to the contract between Utility Service Company Incorporated and the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois for the West Burdette 1.5 million gallon groundwater storage tank. 8, resolution authorizing the issuance of notice of award and execution of a contract for the 2026 crack sealing program. 9, a resolution authorizing the participation in the joint purchase of rock salt program with the State of Illinois Central Management Services Division. 10, a resolution authorizing the execution of a change order number 4 for the 2025 MFT road program in the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois. 11, resolution to correct the Scribner's error and ratify the execution of the modification to the contract between Midwest Excavators LLC and the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois for the Simons Property Final Design Project. 12, resolution rejecting all bids for the 2026 CDBG Jill Court and Maryland Avenue Water Main Replacement Project. 13, a resolution authorizing the issuance of a notice of award and authorizing the execution of a contract for the purchase of police uniforms. 14, a resolution authorizing the issuance of a notice of award and purchase order for the purchase of laptop computers for the Village of Glendale Heights Police Department. 15, a resolution authorizing the issuance of a notice of award, purchase order for the purchase of a server for the Village of Glendale Heights Public Works Department. 16, approval of pay request number 3 to Performance Construction Engineering LLC for the West Burdette sanitary improvements, total amount of $99,791.80. 17, approval of pay request number 1 to Integrated Lakes Management for the Armitage Creek Stream Restoration Project, reaches 13 and 14. Total amount not to exceed $42,971.30. 18, approval of consent.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Trustee Viacon?
Still move.
Second.
Thank you. Trustee Meritato? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Consent agenda is approved. Old business, there is none. New business, a motion to waive first reading on new business items 2 and 3. Is there a motion to waive first reading on new business items 2 and 3? Trustee Meritato?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Matrasco. Any discussion, board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
The motion to waive first reading on new business items 2 and 3 is approved. Item 2, an ordinance to amend Chapter 4 entitled Building Contractors of Title 4 entitled Business and License Regulations of the Village Code of the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois. Building Contractor Regulations from the 4/30/2026 Ordinance Committee meeting. First reading is waived. This is Ordinance 2026-36. Is there a motion to adopt Ordinance 2026-36? Trustee Schmidt?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Light. Any discussion, board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-36 is approved. Item 3, an ordinance to amend Section 11-4-22 entitled Vacation Rentals of Chapter 4 entitled General Zoning Regulations and to amend various sections of Chapter 9 entitled Residence Districts of Title 11 entitled Zoning Regulations of the Village Code of the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois. From the 5/7/2026 Committee of the Whole meeting, first reading is waived. This is Ordinance 2026-37. Is there a motion to adopt Ordinance 2026-37? Trustee Light?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Matrasco. Any discussion, board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-37 is approved. Item 4, a resolution to approve and adopt the Glendale Heights 2026-2029 Strategic Planning Report for the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois. This is Resolution 2026-R-73. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2026-R-73? Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I would have just pulled those right through. Thanks, John.
That's certainly an option.
Yeah. Thanks, John. Welcome, Jenny Maltas, Assistant Village Administrator.
Thank you.
Peter.
I was gonna, prepared a presentation
Wonderful.
to review the process that we went through for the plan. I talk about the plan priorities that were identified, the strategic goals that were identified, our specific work plan goals for fiscal '27, some notes on kind of implementations and next steps, and of course, any questions that you all may have. So just an overview of the process for those who are not, haven't followed along. So the village engaged Northern Illinois University Center for Governmental Studies to embark on creating the strategic plan. They had previously worked with the village on another strategic plan, and so we had used that resident data from 2023 when that was completed that data was fresh enough to use so that we didn't have to do another resident survey, so we were able to use that data. The process also included, of course, a review of all the demographic and economic data and the various trends that were going on in Glendale Heights. There were interviews with elected officials and executive staff members. There was a frontline and midline staff focus group. We also participated in a leadership workshop on a Saturday over at the golf course. And then the NIU took all of that information and provided us with the draft report. And we met with NIU one last time, the executive staff. And then because we were doing the budget and the strategic plan at the same time, we were able to use the draft report to inform the budget process and review the goals. So we included the list of kind of initial priorities, and some of these things we had talked about quite a bit, and we knew kind of were the first up on the list. So we'll get into those in a bit, and then now we're here for the approval of the plan. So the plan priorities, there's 5 different areas. As throughout the discussions that were had and based on the feedback received and the focus groups, kind of 4 areas emerged as themes and priorities. The first is organizational effectiveness and governance. The second is economic development and sustainable growth. Third is infrastructure, mobility, and community amenities. And the last one is community engagement, inclusivity, and identity. So these are the 4 major areas that kind of were the through lines throughout the different topics and everything that was discussed, as these are the things that we want to put forward as we are informing the goals and putting together our plans. So those then broke down into 5 overall strategic goals that are in the plan. These are the 5 goals, our overarching long-term goals, and everything that we work on related to the strategic plan or anything new that we're doing should always tie back to these 5 goals, right? If we're trying to head in this direction, we should be doing things that get us there, right? And other things, other ideas and different things may come up, and they may be great ideas, but they're not necessarily in line with the strategic plan, and that's okay. That's part of the process of going through this, right? To identify what the priorities are so that you are spending your time and money on those. And I like to call it your eyes on the prize, right? So these are the 5 overall goals. So I'll read those out. I had shared a copy of those with you as a part of the budget and along the way. The 5 goals have been tweaked a little bit in terms of language, but not in terms of intent or anything like that. So the 5 goals. The first one is strengthen organizational effectiveness and financial sustainability by promoting transparent, responsive governance and continuously improving village operations to deliver reliable, high-quality services that reflect community priorities and build public trust. So you'll see a lot of goals within the strategic plan specific to operational effectiveness. You know, we've got a lot of software implementations and different things related to our internal processes that aren't always, you know, forward facing, right, that the community always experiences, but there's a lot behind it in terms of the information we have access to, how quickly we are able to respond to resident concerns and things like that. The second, there was a lot of discussion about how important the village's workforce was and that how important it was to invest in them. So the second goal is to invest in a skilled and adaptable village workforce that supports a positive, engaged workplace culture and ensures the capacity to deliver core services for the community. The third is cultivating an inclusive and welcoming community where residents feel represented, take pride in their village, and have access to core services and quality of life amenities. The fourth one is promoting long-term economic growth throughout the village to support high-quality development that strengthens the community's economic vitality. This one has kind of two pieces related to, there's the economic development piece, and we'll have a presentation later in the committee of the whole about that, about Prologis' project coming up, so it ties in well to that. But it's also about the infrastructure that we have in the community. It's the wastewater treatment plants, the roads, in order to facilitate a good community, an economically vibrant community, you need to have good infrastructure. So those two things are tied together. The last is investing in village infrastructure and land use planning that strengthens connectivity, modernizes public assets, and supports a high-quality, vibrant community for residents, businesses, and visitors. So, as a part of the budget process, as I mentioned, we put together our goals based on the four priority areas that I talked about, and then these 5 goals. So we've reviewed these a couple times. They were a part of the budget, so I'm not going to review all of them for the work plan, but I just wanted to give a couple examples of some of the goals in each of the 5 areas. So under organizational effectiveness, we have a number of things going on this year, including implementing cloud permit and going live with online permitting. Reviewing and updating purchasing policies and thresholds to eliminate some of our unnecessary bureaucracy. Complete the implementation of our Tyler modules to update our technology that are used by finance, which will result in quite a bit of efficiency on staff operational pieces. Update the building and inspection process and fees with the goal of eliminating the residential escrows. Completing the Office 365 upgrade, and launching the AI chatbot on the website. Under skilled workforce, we're working on developing and implementing a formal employee training and development program. Launching a family academy to support police officers, and of course their families. Evaluating our organizational structure as the retirements are occurring through the ERI, and taking that opportunity to look at job duties and how we're doing things and restructuring given the opportunity. Updating our performance management system to align with the strategic plan goals, and developing and implementing a formal employee communications and appreciation program. Under inclusive and welcoming community, we're working on we just talked about tonight, we executed the first Inside the Heights Civic Academy, which we had the graduation this past Wednesday. We're going to host the first annual Unity Day that the mayor's been talking about the last couple meetings. We're working on implementing a resident rate for the Summerfest. Launching annual volunteer appreciation event in partnership with the mayor's office. Working with the Property Enhancement Committee to implement the new residential grant program or facade grant program. Evaluating opportunities for police to get more involved in special events and benevolent organizations and more integrated in the community. Then on the infrastructure and economic growth side, we have working on the comprehensive plan. We're in the process of selecting our vendor to that, and we'll be before you probably next month looking for approval on that. Launching an annual business appreciation event as well in partnership with the mayor's office. Working with Prologis on their proposed industrial development and evaluating the use of a TIF in that area at Bloomingdale and Armature Roads. Developing our first capital improvement plan in partnership with our Capital Vision Committee. We're working with an engineering firm that this contract was approved actually at the last village board meeting, and we had our kickoff meeting this past Monday, so it's moving along already. And then developing a funding strategy for the wastewater treatment plant sludge building project. And then the last one is regarding Parks and Rec. begin working on an update to the Parks Master Plan, which we're looking at is doing as a part of the comprehensive plan, because there is some overlap there, so we're looking at some options. Kicking off the first year of the travel soccer program, completing the Gibraltar Park improvements, evaluating funding options for Lake Becerra improvements, continuing to work on the new park at the Simons property, and creating a 3 to 5 year strategic plan for the events and recreation piece. Those are kind of the highlights of what we're gonna be working on specifically over the next year. It's pretty aggressive. There's also more things than this, so staff is going to be quite busy. So in terms of next steps and where we go from here, we're asking that the board approves and accepts and adopts the plan. A couple things I wanted to note. This logo that you see over here on the left, I worked with Public Affairs to put that together. The goal is for us to make sure that we're using that on all of these different things. So we want the logo to serve as kind of like a visual cue that when you see that, you can see that they're all related to this overall strategy, right? So when we're working on the comprehensive plan, or we're working on, the TIF, or we're working on employee appreciation stuff, all of that is tied together, but it's not obvious how all that is tied together to a casual observer, right? So trying to use that and socializing that around on our communications and on the different projects that were all related to this same plan. So in terms of next steps, we're gonna be working on using that logo and how we're gonna communicate that. We're going to, we've talked with David about having a dedicated page in each newsletter that has updates about the strategic plan, what's going on with that, and making sure that we're doing regular updates on our social media platforms about, hey, did you know this? Did you know we're working on this related to the strategic plan, those types of things. In terms of reporting, I'm going to be providing quarterly updates to the village board. So I'll be doing presentations once a quarter about where we're at, what's the status of all of these things, and what to expect, some things that might have changed, since creating the goals in that arena. And then we also have a standing item now on our executive staff agenda where we can discuss that. We can talk about any issues related to that, so it's top of mind. And then in terms of the fiscal 28 budget, we'll be looking, obviously identifying kind of where we are with some of these initial goals, and using the data from the planning efforts that we're going to be working on, the comprehensive plan, the Parks Master Plan, to inform kind of the priorities moving forward. Because we're going to have a lot of things that will come out of that, but it'll be based on different data, what we're hearing from the community as a part of that project. And so aligning kind of our priorities in terms of different improvements that we're making to make sure that we're in line with the strategic plan and what the feedback from the community was as a result of those projects. So that is my presentation.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions?
I don't have a question. I just want to start with gratitude. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Thank you to all the executive team that's worked very hard. And even to your teams beyond you who've had input. I do want to kind of speak high level to the community, Johnny, because a lot of this language can be complex, robust language. And unless you're kind of used to it, it might not seem very clear what all of this means. So to all of us, sitting in the room who are curious about that, the strategic plan, we've been talking about this for many months now, but what this means by us passing this today, it's like putting the steering wheel on your car. You can't drive a car without your steering wheel. And so the strategic plan is guiding the work of the village to maximize the efficiency and to promote better utilization of the finances, right? To save money in the work that we're doing by doing the best work the first time with the best people doing the work, essentially. So without that kind of steering wheel, the car can't really get as quickly to its destination. So thank you for all your efforts and for helping bring this to the Village of Glendale Heights. We appreciate it very much. Any other questions, board? Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there a motion to adopt resolution 2026-R-73? Trustee Schmidt?
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Trustee Diakon. Any discussion, board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Resolution 2026-R-73 is approved. Item 5, a resolution removing one member of the Capital Vision Committee of the Village of Glendale Heights. This is Resolution 2026-R-74. Did I say this part? Okay. Community, at this time, I want to pause and just take a moment to explain a little further. We had a very special member of our Capital Vision Committee pass away recently, and our condolences to the family of Carmen Castro. She was a resident of District 2 and had been selected by Trustee Siddiqui to serve this community on our Capital Vision Board. And ultimately, though the time on the board was brief because it was a brand new board, I think there was maybe 2 or 3 meetings, we really had a chance to see the spirit of Carmen and all that she brought to the work. And we're grateful for the time that we had with her, and definitely will miss her at those meetings. So that's what this resolution is regarding. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2026-R-74?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Matrasco.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Light. Call the roll, please.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Resolution 2026-R-74 is approved. Item 6, a resolution appointing one member to the Capital Vision Committee of the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois. This is Resolution 2026-R-75, appointing Yusuf Mohammed, resident of District 2. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2026-R-75?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Matrasco.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Viacon. Any discussion, board?
Is he here?
Is he here tonight? I don't believe he is here. No. Any other discussion, board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Resolution 2026-R-75 is approved. Item 7, a resolution appointing a resident member to the Historical House Committee of the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois. This is Resolution 2026-R-76, appointing resident member Melina Renaga. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2026-R-76? Trustee Light?
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Trustee Schmidt. Any discussion, board?
Quick question, is this just adding another member?
Yeah.
Or is someone coming off? It's just adding, okay.
There was capacity, I'm
There's
presuming.
no limit on how many people can be on the Historic House Committee.
Got it,
Nope.
okay. Okay, any other discussion, board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Resolution 2026-R-76 is approved. Item 8, a resolution of the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois, in support of Municipal Housing Authority. This is Resolution 2026-R-77. The Village of Glendale Heights has an obligation to ensure residents have affordable and safe housing options, and local boards are best positioned to understand what is appropriate for their community. This is board with regard to the proposal at the state level for the BUILD Act. This proposed legislation would remove the ability for our local municipalities to have decision-making on land use. And this resolution is a message from us as a board to our legislative partners what our position is on this piece of state legislation. Though it may have no real legal bearing, it definitely represents the voices of us and our community, that those decisions should remain within our municipalities. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2026-R-77? Trustee Light?
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Trustee Meritato. I heard you too, Bill. Sorry, I said Trustee Meritato first. Thank you, all the trustees. Any discussion, board?
I have a question, so if we say yes, that means we are we're against what's there, correct?
We're in favor
Yes.
of maintaining local regulation.
Okay, I just wanna make sure that
Yeah.
I'm voting correctly.
You got it.
Thank you.
Good question. Any other discussion, board? Yes, sir?
One more. Will we be sending a copy of this downstate and to our legislators?
We will.
Okay,
We will.
perfect, thank you.
Excellent.
Any other discussion, board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Resolution 2026-R-77 is approved. The item below was removed from consent agenda to new business. Is there a motion? I go right to this part, right? Wait. Okay. Got it. So the item was approval of the amendment of the May 8th, 2026 payroll and the accounts payable listing of May 21st, 2026. Is there a motion to amend the total amount of the May 8th, 2026 payroll and the accounts payable listing of May 21st, 2026 from $3,368,715.33 to $3,748,646.33, an increase of $109,931. Thank you,
So moved.
Trustee Meritato.
Second.
Oh, you're the second? Okay, Light is the first, Meritato is the second. Thank you. Any discussion, board? Okay, no discussion. Okay, call the roll, please.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
The motion to amend the total amount of the May 8, 2026 payroll and the accounts payable listing of May 21st, 2026 to $3,748,646.33 is approved. Moving on to public,
Now you need a motion to actually approve it, so you've amended it, now we need a motion to approve it.
got it. Can I have a motion to approve the total amount of the May 8, 2026 payroll and the accounts payable listing of May 21st to 2026, May 21st, 2026 to $3,748,646.33?
No, the other one, if I could, Mayor, if I could.
Please.
The motion, we need a motion to approve the May 8th, 2026 payroll and accounts payable listing of May 21st, 2026, and the total amount of, which is the amended amount, $3,748,646.33.
I think I said that. Oh, I said the three? Okay, thank you for catching that. Okay, is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Matrasco.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Schmidt. Any discussion, board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
The motion to amend the total,
To actually approve the
the
payroll.
motion to approve the total amount of the May 8, 2026 payroll and the accounts payable listing is approved. Okay, moving on to public discussion of agenda items. Would anyone in the public like to address this board on an agenda item only? Executive session, there is none.
Mayor, we have somebody coming up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My apologies.
I didn't see really this on there, but there was mention about the Prologis project,
Next
planning.
meeting.
They're gonna be in the committee of the whole meeting, which starts in about 22 seconds. So we'll
Okay.
move right from this into that meeting, and that's when we'll have the conversation at that point.
Okay, and then I can make my comments about that?
Yes,
Okay.
certainly, thank you. Okay, executive session, there is none. Oh, Tom, are you speaking? No? Okay. We're all a little jumpy tonight, I'm sorry. We're all a little jumpy. All right, executive session, there is none. Is there a motion to adjourn the village board meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Schmidt, thank you, trustee Viacon. All in favor?
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned, and who has the cow? Trustee
I got
Light?
it.
Thank you, trustee Light.
Thank you. All right. I would like to call the committee of the whole meeting for Thursday, May 21st, 2026 to order. Ms. Clerk, will you please note who is present?
Noted.
Thank you. Does anyone have any additions or deletions?
Fiber.
What's it?
Fiber.
Fiber.
Again, not the breakfast.
Okay. And no one else? All right, perfect. All right, so we will go on to committee reports. Glendale Lakes Golf Club Committee.
No report.
No report, thank you. All right, the Historical Committee, yes, I have a short one. The Historic Committee will be there for Move It with the Mayor. Once again, we're gonna talk about that. Yep, we're gonna be
Really?
handing out the water at the water station.
exciting.
If you need a ride back, I'll have my truck there and give everyone a ride back.
I will need a ride back.
We'll make sure everyone's safe. We've had weekly meetings for the Historic Committee to work on the historic house, trying to put it all back together. Now we've got it disassembled and it's slowly going back together. It'll look much better. It'll look great, let's put it that way. And I just want to welcome our newest member, Melina. She will hopefully be there Saturday. We're not too sure yet. And she actually owns one of the oldest houses in Glen Ellen. It's older than our 1888 historic house.
Wow.
So she's a great addition to it. She's got a little bit of history herself. with
She was the resident who came to coffee with the mayor?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
lovely.
Yes, it was a perfect fit for that. All right, we'll move on to the Ordinance Committee.
Ordinance Committee, there will be a meeting on the 28th of May.
28th of May, all right. Parks and Recreation Committee.
We did have a meeting Tuesday. We took no action. We just introduced Barb to the committee members. How many whatever, but but other than that, we took no action on anything.
Perfect. Welcome, Barb. Property Enhancement Committee.
We have a meeting on Wednesday, next Wednesday at 6:30 in Floyd Brown Room, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
And it's just a regular meeting. It's not with the landlord, just regular.
All right. Senior Citizen Advisory Committee.
The senior center hosted the Mexican folk dancing recital last Friday. I've received reports from residents saying it was very well done, very impressed with it. And we will hold the next meeting on May 27th.
All right, perfect. Capital Vision Committee. Jenny, would you like to say anything about this? Mom's not here, so.
Yeah, sure. So, like I said when I was doing my presentation, the board approved a contract with Gaywalt Hamilton for work on the capital improvement plan. We met with them on Monday, and it looks like the first pieces of the first couple months of the work is a lot of the data collection and analysis and all of that. So it looks like we'll have a draft report of the asset list and initial life cycle information for September. So we'll take the summer to do all of the data and analysis. We met and reviewed all the different pieces, plans and data that we need to provide to them. So we're working on getting all of that over so that we can move forward with that.
Perfect, thank you very, very much. It's a lot of work there, trust me. Next is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board on a committee recommendation only?
Sir, this is.
Sir, yeah.
But it was committee.
Could you please state your name and where you're from?
Yep, thank you. Farhan Ahmed from 374 Loveland Drive. I'm just voicing some concern from all my neighbors. They feel that they're being bullied into this project. On Loveland Drive, that's where the property line is for the warehouse right now. And I've talked to all my senior neighbors. I work all the time, but I was able to finally catch up with them, and they said they really feel bullied by Glendale Heights and the board. And I said, I don't think it's gone to the board yet, but I'll just voice our opinion. But they feel that the noise, the way that the traffic's gonna come in, they wanna know more about the plan. I think somebody tried to come out and explain the plan, but only four or five families were able to come out. The concern is the water retention, the pollution that the trucks are gonna bring in. People have bought their lands there for many years to butt up against a farmland zoning, and now that zone is gonna be changed as well. So I'm just voicing my concerns that I think there should be maybe another meeting also to address these issues and come up with some proper solutions as well. They weren't quite sure of what materials were gonna be used for fencing if ivory or any landscaping was gonna be placed. They said it was just kind of all up in the air. So I think some proper answer should be explained to all the neighbors who live there for many years and butt up against the farmland zone. And they also want to know how the farmland zone was changed over to to a commercial, I guess, or industrial zone as well. So that's it, I'm just voicing my concerns. Thank you.
If you could, please see me directly after the meeting. I am your trustee for that district. I'll work with you and get you all the answers that I could possibly come up with for you.
Yeah, and look, we know it's beneficial for Glendale Heights, but there's a lot of warehouses empty as well. I know there's a TIF project and all this stuff. I deal with a lot of stuff. I also run a university as well, doing a lot of engineering. It just to voice, it's your guys' job to make people comfortable, not uncomfortable. And that's it. That's all. I'm just here to voice my opinion and.
Sure, understand.
Mike,
please see me.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Mike, I was at the plan commission. Tom, can you explain?
Well, so I think Prologis is gonna actually put on their
Yeah.
presentation again, they're here. If you stick around for 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, they're gonna put it on here?
Yeah, I think you'll have most of your
Absolutely. Can we have a
questions.
copy of that?
Well, they're gonna present, so it'll be,
I know.
you can talk to them about that, it's their property.
Okay.
But they're gonna present and soon.
Well, if this is public, then this would be
Yeah.
presented, right?
Yeah,
This-
and it's all on video, right? So we're
Okay.
recording everything,
Sounds good.
right? But
Thank
if you
you.
hang out for 10 minutes, you'll hear their presentation.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Mike.
All right. All right. All right, we'll go on to committee recommendations. Planning and Zoning Commission recommendation. A recommendation to approve a proposed Army Trail Exchange final planned unit development rezoned from AE agricultural estate to district to I industrial district. And a final plat subdivision for petitioner Prologis, general location at 375 East, Army Trail Road, subject to the conditions outlined in the Planning and Zoning Commission staff report dated 4/29/26, and further subject to any additional conditions as may be required by the village board. Is there a motion to move this?
If I could, I
Would you-
think we should
would you like
read,
to do-
we should read both of them, and then they can do the presentation.
Can we
And
do
then
both
you
of
can-
them? All right,
Then
we'll
you can
do,
consider each one
Are-
individually.
Are we voting before we hear what they say?
No,
No.
we're gonna hear what they say first. We're gonna read, we could read both of.
we'll read the next one also.
The recommendations, and then we'll have them do their
All
presentation.
right, well, then the second one is the Planning and Zoning Commission recommendation. A recommendation to approve an amendment to High Grove East Planned Unit Development, final plat of subdivision, and final engineering to allow private road access with associated improvements, utility and infrastructure enhancements, subject to the conditions outlined in the Plan and Zoning Commission staff report dated 4/29/26, and further subject to any additional conditions as may be required by the village board. All right.
You can invite them, if you want.
Gentlemen, you look really dressed up, and I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Dressed up just for you.
Thank
you. Good evening, Mayor Gianelli and committee members. I'm Mitch Carroll, the law firm of Smith, Gambrell, and Russell. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you this evening on behalf of the applicant, Prologis LP. We appreciate your time and your consideration. We're very appreciative of the Planning and Zoning Commission's positive recommendation. And we're very, very appreciative of staff and the village attorney's continued assistance and good guidance throughout this process. As the application materials indicate, do I have a clicker? Oh, yeah, thanks. Great. As the application materials indicate, Prologis proposes to redevelop the property at 375 East Army Trail Road together with certain roadway and related improvements and enhancements within the High Grove East development. The project contemplates the removal of the existing underutilized radio towers and associated improvements and the development of a modern Class A industrial warehouse distribution logistics facility. As you'll hear from the Prologis team, the proposal reflects a significant upgrade in site design, aesthetics, and functionality. There are as well high-quality architectural design improvements, and there are substantial new landscaping, berming, and a sound wall that will be located on the southern property line. In fact, I think we're putting in 117 trees, a 6-foot berm, and then an 8-foot sound wall on top of that to respect the neighbors. In addition to those plantings, we're also going to significantly increase the drainage capacity, so the neighbors to the south will also have drainage improvements affecting their properties. While the proposed use generates relatively modest truck traffic, the subject property is constrained by access. The main access is from Army Trail Road, and the DuPage County Department of Transportation will only allow right-in and right-out access, so you can't get full access off of the roadway. So any development there would be significantly constrained, including Prologis's. To resolve this constraint, the project includes the creation of a new private roadway with full access to the site from Regency Drive within the Highgrove East development. The application also includes a series of coordinated enhancements to internal roadways, access ways, and infrastructure within Highgrove East. As read before, from an entitlement perspective for 375 East Army Trail Road, we're seeking a rezoning from the agricultural and estate district to the light industrial district, which will allow the use and the development, and final approvals for a new planned unit development, and final approvals for a new plat of subdivision. In the Highgrove East development, we're seeking to amend the existing plan development and the existing subdivision approvals and seeking final approvals for those as well. As you may recall, the comprehensive plan was recently amended, including the future land use plan, which designates our property as industrial, and we will be in compliance with that. And moreover, our property and project will be the highest and best use of the property, as it will solve this access constraining issue and nicely coordinate with the Highgrove property to the east. Last, I want to mention that the project does meet a number of your planned unit development special requirements. And so with that, I'd like to turn the mic over to Josh Zeman and Josh Bauer from Prologis, who will give a little bit more detail. We do have a full team here, so if you have traffic-related questions, engineering-related questions, any questions, we have everyone here who can help resolve any questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, board members and mayor. I'm Josh Bauer. I'm up here with my partner, Josh Zeman, and collectively we represent Prologis, the capital deployment team for Prologis here in Chicago. Not with us, there's a universe of about 50 other Prologis employees that have been instrumental behind the scenes in getting us to this point of where we are today, and who will continue to be a big part of this project as we move forward. Collectively, as Prologis, we have 1.3 billion square feet throughout the world. We're the largest owner of industrial real estate that exists in the world. And while big, we want to stress that we're local. We have 80 million square feet, roughly 80 million square feet here in the Chicagoland market. And we also have 8 million square feet here in the Central DuPage submarket. In Glendale Heights, we have 8 buildings and just over 1 million square feet. So we're really looking forward to continue expanding our relationship with the village. I want to stress that Prologis owns for the long haul. We don't build these buildings and look to sell. We don't build these buildings cheaply. As a matter of fact, we've spent countless hours thinking about how to build one of the nicest project that we will probably have built in the last decade. And I want to just say thank you to the staff, Doug, Armando, Jason. This is a Prologis project, but this is really Glendale Heights and Prologis. This is a team effort. We can't do anything that we have up on that screen without your support, collaboration with staff, and we're super excited about that. You guys have been nothing but incredible to work with. So last thing I want to say before I turn it over to Josh, we care so much about being good neighbors. We heard the comment, Josh and I will tell you, we hand out our business card to you, we'll talk to you as much as you want to talk, but we genuinely care. And we've spent a lot of time thinking about all of the homes to the south and how to, make this project as least impactful for those houses. So with that, I'll turn it over to Josh, who will get into more details on the project.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh. We've got the other Josh now. Good evening, Mayor and trustees. My name is Josh Zeman. I work with Josh Bauer here at Prologis. We oversee capital deployment efforts in Chicago. We're very excited to be here, as the other Josh mentioned this evening. We're even more excited to bring this project that we call Army Trail Exchange to life later this year. As Mitch described, I don't want to repeat too much, but this project sits on about, I think a site plan would help. Let's do that. This project sits on about 26 acres on the south side of Army Trail Road, just west of Glen Ellen Road and adjacent to the High Grove Business Park. The project includes 2 Class A buildings totaling about 450,000 square feet, which you see in orange there. This project is not designed to be a high throughput distribution hub. We envision a mix of manufacturing, assembly, light distribution, and corporate office users for this project, very similar to the current users that you see in High Grove. Just a few other highlights that we want to share with you, and Brian is here working the laser pointer. And hopefully these comments that I'll make over the next few minutes will address some of the questions that you may have as a board and as neighbors have as well. First, as it relates to access. When we originally started working on this project, we knew that it was imperative to create access for westbound traffic on Army Trail coming from I-355. Our intention, as Mitch said, was to secure a median cut and a traffic light to accommodate a left turn from the westbound lanes on Army Trail Road into our site. But after many discussions with the DuPage County Department of Transportation and a lot of persistence from a lot of people here to try and make it happen, we realized this wouldn't be possible given the proximity to the traffic lights to both the east and to the west. And so we pivoted our plan. We explored other possible options. We ultimately concluded that the best option to create access was through the traffic light at Army Trail and Regency Drive and the High Grove Business Park. We ultimately put a small piece of land under contract in High Grove, and we designed what we call the Regency Connector Drive, a private driveway extending from Regency Drive into the southeast portion of our project. Important to note, this access concept is not new to High Grove. In fact, when the original High Grove PUD was established in 1985, the plan contemplated future connectivity to our site and recognized that adjacent industrial development could occur over time. So the Regency Connector Drive we are proposing is consistent with the original planning concept, but now with the benefit of modern engineering. Over the past 9 months, we have been working closely with the High Grove Owners Association, and we saw the construction of the Connector Drive as an opportunity to comprehensively address design deficiencies and deferred maintenance issues within the park. And so we collaborated with the Owners Association, and in addition to constructing the Connector Drive, Prologis will be revamping the park entrances at Army Trail Road and Glen Ellen Road, which we can get into in detail if you guys want. We're widening lanes, pulling curbs back, trying to improve ingress and egress in and out of the park. And we're resurfacing the entire jogging path, the biking path and jogging path that meanders through the entire park. In total, Prologis is committed to making close to $1 million in improvements in the park. And now I think kind of most importantly, another key consideration for us was the neighborhood that flanks us on our southern boundary. We wanted to be thoughtful in our design to buffer and screen our project from the neighborhood. We certainly understand that there are homes there. And we intentionally site planned 2 large stormwater ponds at the southern end of the site between our buildings and the neighborhood. And then I think very importantly, we're planning to construct a 6-foot berm, a sound wall on top of the berm, which was, we had a long discussion at Planning and Zoning last week. We heard from the neighbors that there was concern around sound. And we had originally proposed an 8-foot PVC fence, which really doesn't create a whole lot of barrier for sound. And we agreed in the meeting to replace that PVC fence with a structural sound wall, which will significantly increase the buffer and reduce noise to the neighbors. In addition to the sound wall, we will be planting new dense landscaping on top of the berm as well to further buffer the neighborhood. I think, Mitch, you said 117. It's actually 170 trees that we will be planting. And these are going to be big, thick evergreen trees that are, I think, between 8 and 10 feet at original planting. Is that right, or did I mess that up? Okay, good. So we intentionally are trying to overplant. We're trying to screen. We're trying to buffer. We're trying to reduce noise. And again, we purposely laid the site out to have our stormwater management at the southern end of the site to create that linear distance between the project and the backyards of these homes. Additionally, I think you brought up stormwater management. We can get into detail. We've got our civil engineer here tonight, but we are planning upgrades to the existing capacity to our downstream regional stormwater system, which will improve regional drainage. We can get into those details again. I don't want to get too technical here with you guys right now, but we certainly can. Lastly, just want to put these pictures up. Hopefully you can see from these images and throughout, on this page, on this slide and throughout our presentation, we've made significant efforts to deliver elevated architecture and aesthetics unlike any other Prologis building in the market. Our goal was to create the most aesthetically pleasing industrial project in Glendale Heights. I hope that, and I think that we've captured that here with two-story prominent entries, significant glass and glazing, unique canopy design, and attractive facades that feature sophisticated colors, vertical articulation, and clear story glass. A lot of fancy architectural terms, but the point is what we try to do is really up the game here and deliver a project that we can all be proud of. So in conclusion, we couldn't be more excited to be here. We're thrilled to be developing this project in your community. We look forward to continuing our great work with you and your staff, as well as others in the community to bring this project to life. We're available. Prologis team, all of our consultants are here available to answer any questions. And like I said, to the extent the neighbors have any additional questions, I gave our contact information out to those neighbors at Planning and Zoning. We'll do the same. I just want to say, we own, as Josh mentioned, 8 other buildings in Glendale Heights, including 2 buildings in Highgrove. We're neighbors just like you. We're corporate neighbors. We don't live here, but we own buildings here. We pay taxes here. We want to be good neighbors. The last thing we want to do is create issues for you and your neighbors. So we really tried to be intentional in our design, and we made a big pivot by agreeing to that sound wall. So we are trying, and I hope that it feels good for you guys. And
Josh, on that point, if you could, for the resident and the board, go back to the slide that shows the overview and just explain what you've done for the truck parking, and you've kept it inside. The one slide before, one slide next.
You want to go to the site plan slide?
Yeah. Show them where the bays are at and show that no trucks will be visible from the outside.
So again, this project is not designed to be a high truck facility. At one point in time, we had extra trailer parking on this site for 53-foot trucks. We eliminated that. We nixed this. What we see are 30 to 50,000 square foot manufacturing users that have 1 or 2 trucks that come in a day, and quite frankly, a lot of employees. The goal here is to create a lot of good jobs in Glendale. In terms of the design, as Doug mentioned, we have 2 buildings facing one another with an interior truck court. So no trucks will be facing the homes, no trucks will be facing Army Trail Road. They will be facing internal to the project, they'll be oriented internal to the project. We additionally have we call them dog ears on our buildings. They're the little bump outs on the north and south ends of the building. Those are 60 by 60 bump outs. Those are designed to screen in the truck court. So we are all the trucks will be parked, not parked, they'll be staged when they're loading and unloading into these buildings in the light gray areas that run up and down these buildings north to south. They will not be visible from the homes or from Army Trail Road. That was an intentional, again, design decision that we made.
And then, if you could, for the board, how many jobs you expect to create out of this?
Tough to answer because we don't have any tenants identified. So I don't want to give a specific number and be wrong. The intention here is to create good paying jobs. Again, have a manufacturing assembly corporate office here. This is not a warehouse, but it's going to have a bunch of robots and no people. That is not the intention at all here. So that's the vision.
Josh, I have questions for you. The sound wall itself, my district backs up to it, so I know I'll be talking with the residents back over there quite a bit, I'm sure. How far is the setback between the building and the residents' property? What is that distance?
Brian, you want to come up here and answer some of these questions with me? Come on up. We're all family here.
Yeah.
I just don't want to mess up. I just don't want to say something wrong.
Let Brian do that. It's okay.
Brian, I think I can answer that one. We're well over 200 feet. I think we're something like 250 feet between the property line and the nearest building.
So 250 feet. And then with that, with the lighting on there, I've learned about light noise. Illuminating outside the property itself. It'll be all LED lighting, directional, I'm guessing.
LED lighting with cut-off shields along the residential side, so there's no light pollution, if you will, that would extend beyond the property line. And quite honestly, the only thing that needs to be lit is just a small little bit of car parking right here in this access drive, which will be from a couple wall packs, which are mounted building lights on the side of the buildings that will face straight down, not to create any light pollution, again, towards the residents.
I think this visual is important. I skipped over it when I was giving our presentation, but we did talk about this at planning and zoning. This is a cross-section of what it will look like if you're looking to the west. You're standing on the east side of the property looking to the west. On the left side of the screen is like the neighborhood, right? The backyards of the homes. And then on the right side of the screen is our project. And this is a cross-section to show where those stormwater ponds are going to be. That's in the middle. And then there's going to be a retaining wall. And then there's going to be that 6-foot berm that we talked about. On top of that, there will be an 8-foot sound wall that gets constructed. And then on the residential side of the wall, so facing the homes, that's where the landscaping is going to go, those 170 trees.
Okay.
So this is a line of sight exhibit that we put together. And what this says is if you're standing in the backyard of those homes, line of sight, you will not be able to see the project.
Perfect, yeah, because of the proximity of the trees, that's great.
The height and the thickness of the trees.
And the
are key.
height, you said 170 trees, how tall were those?
They're evergreen. Brian, why don't you come up since you guys did the
As
landscape plan?
planted, they'll be how tall?
So it's planted to be 6 to 8 feet tall,
Okay.
and then in final growth in 10, 15 years, they'll be up to 50 to 60 feet tall.
All right, I'm just looking at the immediate. And the only other question I have was the sound wall itself, how far does it go down the new, what do you call the pathway in between, the new road that you're gonna put in between High Grove and that? Does it go down that far? Will it, as far as truck noise and stuff like that, traveling?
So Brian, if you want to show
Brian, you're busy tonight.
No, it's okay. He's helping out. It's great. Yeah. The sound wall as proposed extends to the edge of our property line.
Okay.
So it stops, Brian, if you can just point your laser right there, right at our property line. Yeah.
Okay. And then my last question, traffic on Glen Road, obviously you said you were changing some of the actual roadway you were talking about, or just doing,
Let me see if I can find the slide. So we're revamping both entrances into High Grove. And what that means, and we've got our traffic engineer who can do an even better job probably than I can certainly can, it's not probably, certainly can do a better job, but I'll give it a shot here. This park was designed in the 80s, and it's designed with relatively narrow lanes and tight turning radiuses. Correct. And so what happens is when there's lots of cars that are exiting the park, particularly trucks, they have to swing over into other lanes to make turns in and out. So in general, all of this needs to be modernized to help smooth traffic exiting the park. So what we're doing at this entrance, which is at Army Trail and Regency, is we're actually adding an additional lane so we'll have a dedicated left turn lane out, a dedicated through lane, and a dedicated right turn lane. Right now, there's 2 lanes, they're too narrow. And so, again, trucks and cars stack up when there's multiple cars exiting the park. We're also working with DOT to resequence this traffic light to create a dedicated left turn arrow to smooth that traffic coming out. And while that left turn arrow is on, we'll also have a blinking right turn, so continuous right turns can happen. So we actually put this analysis together, and again, Michael, jump up here if I'm butchering any of this, but we put an analysis together when we met with the HOA for High Grove, and even with the addition of our project, which will add some traffic, it's not adding a ton of traffic, but it will add some. With these improvements that we're making, should also mention, you asked about Glen Ellen, but the improvements that we're making here and at Glen Ellen, we're actually decreasing wait times to get out of High Grove. So we thought that's pretty significant. Just to hit what we're doing on Glen Ellen, we're not adding a turn lane, but these lanes are even narrower, right, than they are at Army Trail. So we are widening out the turn radiuses, we're pulling back the curb, again, just to smooth traffic coming out of this park.
that's all the questions I had. Anyone else? Okay.
Josh, go first.
So,
Jenny, go ahead.
Just from the Glen, they're not gonna be able to make a left out there, that's only still a right, correct?
Right here?
Yeah.
Right here, you can make a left turn today. You can go
There's not
both.
gonna be a light there.
No.
I don't see them very often making a left, but, okay.
Yeah.
That wasn't,
Yeah, and just quite frankly, like, we envision most traffic is going back to 355.
Yeah.
So this access through High Grove is really designed for inbound vehicles that need to make a left turn into the site. They're gonna come through High Grove and come into the site. Vehicles that are exiting the project are gonna use our dedicated curb cut that we do have. We have a right in, right out. So that's where all the exiting vehicles are gonna go. So,
I wanna go back to the lighting, it's not the pollution, the issues that we have over at the building by Clyde's Donuts. We have residents that complain that the lights that are on in the building are going into their home because the way. Are the lights going to be, that's one part of it is the lights, are they going to be where the neighbors, any of our residents will see those lights? Especially at night, you guys don't realize it at night, but when they're sleeping or somebody's in their rooms or whatever, those lights come through, or if somebody with their cars, they're driving, to make sure that none of that is gonna take place in those neighbors.
yeah, the way we've got this laid out and designed, it is not intended to be, the lighting is not intended to be visible, especially with the wall and the landscaping that we're planning. And as Brian mentioned, these lights are oriented down, they're not oriented out.
Okay.
What we've done on other projects, and I don't think we need to do that here based on what we're designed, is we've actually lowered the wall pack lights, the lights that are on the buildings, a little lower, closer to like entry level. So that could, I mean, I don't think it's necessary, given where they're positioned today, but that is something that we could look at and bring it down even further.
If that turned out to be an issue, we have something that we could do for a solution.
For sure.
Okay, that's perfect. The other thing that's come up with on our other building is they have the second story. Well, they can see into the home and the home can see into the building. Are those berms and everything gonna be high enough that you can't see inside to the homes and the homes aren't gonna?
Yeah, so we can go back to this. So I would say here, this is actually a good exhibit.
Yeah, that's.
So again, the way that this project is designed from a buffering standpoint for the homes, there's no direct line of sight between the backyards of these homes into the project. Like you can't see it.
No, but if someone's on that second floor,
Yeah.
can they actually see into the residential area?
So there isn't going to be an actual second floor in these buildings where people are going to be, like these buildings, yeah, so like, they're tall buildings, right? I mean, they're 36-foot clear buildings, they're 40-foot tall, top of roof, but that's designed for like racking and just materials that are, so there's not gonna be any people that are up on a second story in these buildings.
Excellent. I just know those are things that came in, so I'd like to be in front of those.
Totally,
Thanks.
totally.
Trustee Viacon.
That's it.
Well, thank you. So this is just for the berm and all those plants that you're looking to plant. Mr. Flint and Tom can attest to that because I have part of my district where it butts up to a berm. Who's gonna be responsible for the overgrown trees as time progresses?
That's us, it's on our property, it's on us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we've got like a whole property management team. I invite you guys, like we own 2 other buildings in High Grove, like go by our buildings, like we pride ourselves on taking care of our properties. And as Josh said, we're not like a traditional merchant developer. We're not here to build these buildings, lease them, stabilize them, sell them. Like we're planning on owning this project for 50 years, maybe longer. We are over improving this project. The last thing we want is like any deferred maintenance or deferred landscape. That's just not acceptable to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you to you and your team for coming out and for this presentation. The statement that I want to make is more of just a reflection on decisions that we have made early. And this is really, I think, more for the community, but early on as a board, we have said that we want to invest in the economic development of Glendale Heights. And that looks like inviting new businesses in and to help our current business owners stay. And what I want to share with the community is that we were very specific when we said we want businesses that are good corporate citizens. You've mentioned how you're landowners, right? You're a part of the community in that regard. And how important it was for us to see that your commitment was to creating green space, maintaining green space, and becoming a part of the fabric of the community. And so I just want to add that for the good of the board, but really for the good of the community, that as we invite new businesses to join us, we looked at that history of a relationship with Prologis, with that commitment to Glendale Heights, with bringing quality, opportunities for employment and what that would look like in the future. So I just want to, reflect on that and say that we appreciate the good corporate citizen approach because it's the approach we deserve as a community. And we're, thankful for that.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right. Any other questions? No? Josh, and Brian, thank you guys all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
Peter, do I need to read these again?
Oh, I think.
I just want to say one more thing. It's a little over 205 feet-ish away from the property line to the building. I think 250 was spoken. I just want to make sure it's very clear. It's around 205 feet. That's all.
Thank you.
Oh, excellent.
Perfect, thank you. All right.
Two separate votes, but you don't have to reread them, you can just, that's the number one.
Okay.
That's the number two.
All right, can I get a recommendation to move this to the board to concur for the first one, which was the, what's that?
To approve
To approve
the final plan.
the zoning.
Yeah, right, and
Yes, from AE to I.
Both of them?
All right.
rezone. That one, right.
Bill?
Move that, you move this to the board with a recommendation to concur.
Jenny?
Second, is that for both of them, or do we have just one?
one.
Okay.
First.
Okay. Do you want a roll call vote on that one, Peter?
Please.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Madam Mayor Gianelli?
Yes.
All right. That one will move to the board with recommendation concur. Now the second one, which was the.
Related to the amendment of the high growth.
roadway.
East Plan unit bill.
Right, for the high growth one. All right, do I have a recommendation, first on that one?
Yes.
Jenny?
Recommendation to move to the board,
Okay,
or
second?
motion.
Second.
John. All right. And then roll call on that one too?
Any further discussion?
Any further discussion on that? No, okay. Roll call?
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Matrasco?
Yes.
Trustee Viacon?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Madam Mayor Gianelli?
Yes.
All right, that one be moved to the board with a recommendation to concur. All right, what's it?
And fiber, we have one.
Oh, yeah, we do have one other. Fiber.
It
Yes,
was
sir.
me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought I saw also on the recommendation that there was a recommendation to waive a first reading. Does that need to be addressed tonight?
That's in the staff report, and that'll happen next board meeting.
Oh, thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's all
No, you're
good.
fine, thank you very much.
All good. Okay, fiber.
Fiber.
I'll make it quick. For those that are in my district, I was informed by AT&T, anybody who's in the Roselle area, they couldn't explain how, but if you're in the Roselle area for your phone number, they're planning to have all the boring that's being done by the end of the month. I know it's been crazy. I appreciate everyone with their patience that they've had. If you do have any issues, please let us know so we can get them taken care of before they complete. So just wanted to let everybody know, I'm hearing the end of the month. So as long as the weather stays in our favor, they should be done, and at least with the boring. That's only in the Roselle area. I don't know about the rest.
Thank you. All right. We'll move on to public comment. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board? Don't run at once, everybody. Oh, okay. Could you please state your name?
Name's Robinson from Glendale Heights. I have a question about the party that's coming, an international thing for the park. How many groups have actually applied for that?
We haven't opened up all the applications yet, so that's coming on the 21st, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's being released actually next week.
Next week.
Yeah, have you gone, like, since it's been established that there's 52 or 57 different languages spoken in the village, have you gone out of your way?
72.
How many?
72.
That's a big party.
We're excited to see it.
Yeah, has anybody gone out of the way to contact all these other groups other than the general 5 that we know will be there?
Barb, do you want to?
So I know that staff is conducting a list as we speak. If you have any recommendations, I would love to get your name and number and be able to get that from you.
Well, I'm just saying that you've got, quite a lot of Europeans, you've got the Pacific Asian group of people.
Absolutely, we want as much
There's gonna
diversity
be a
as we
lot-
possibly can.
And then when you divide up the time, as far as how you're gonna divide up the time for the music from that particular group, and if dancing and food and all that.
We're gonna have an Italian group too.
Yeah, that's gonna,
It's gonna be like
a very,
Lollapalooza.
yeah, it's gonna be a very big party.
It'll be fun. I hope we see you there, Ken.
We're gonna have an Italian group there too.
You're bringing them, Pat?
Pat's gonna sing and dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the old name, from the old name?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just saying, there's other than the 5 groups we know will be there, we need to contact a lot more people to come. Because there are a lot of other people that live in the village, and they're gonna feel like to be all inclusive, they're gonna feel that they're not represented.
Oh, no, absolutely. We invite everybody to be able to come and participate. There has not been any predetermination on who is performing and who has got a booth or anything like that. So, again, if you can help us get the word out, I'd really appreciate it.
They're gonna pay for the booths?
I'm sorry?
They have to pay for the booth?
There is an
Like-
application fee.
Yeah.
But we can talk offline and I would love to pick your brain.
Okay.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Ken.
Was there anyone else? No?
Can
I guess,
The individual that you were asking about Prologis, were all your questions answered?
Yes, but just to let you guys know, I'm an audio video engineer.
Okay.
I'm a certified engineer, so I'll address some questions with them.
Okay.
Again, I just came here to voice my
Yeah.
concerns.
Thank you.
Perfect. I just wanted to make sure that they were able to answer those questions, that you guys are all in contact.
I'll talk to
Well, yeah.
Mike and the team right after, but thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned, a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No, nobody else. All right, meeting's over.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Memorial Day.